Hey everybody, look, it's a knee. Now I know this time of year a lot of people suffer from joint pain, and if you have osteoarthritis, the cold air and the weather fronts make it even worse. So I was doing a lot of research as to what I could do naturally to ease some of this pain, and I came across this salve that so far seems to be working pretty good. So it's all natural because what I'm trying to do now is use only 100% all natural products for this. Oh, that's Mimi coming over to check shit out. So we have basically in this particular salve 100% pure organic coconut oil, ginger essential oil, 100% pure. And what the ginger oil does is it provides a heat, and the heat relaxes the muscles. And then we have some anti-inflammatory essential oils that are also really, really good for your winter skin. And that is frankincense, 100% pure, and myrrh, also 100% pure. And I really have to hunt down a really good essential oils. Now today I figured would be a good day because we are very swollen and we have a huge storm coming in tonight. And I don't know, like when the grandparents used to always say, there's a storm coming in tonight because I could feel it in my joints. My arthritis is acting up. Well, you know what? I think it's true. And I think it's because there's a change in the pressure, which also gives a different change in the pressure on your body. And if you have sore joints, they're the first to feel it. Now, when I make this particular salve, all you basically do is heat everything up to a liquid form and then re-solidify it. And as you know, I am a strong, strong believer in CBD. CBD has a lot of anti-inflammatory properties to it, and a lot of soothing properties to it, relaxing properties to it, and I throw it in everything I possibly can. Now, I make this particular salve without CBD because not everybody's a big fan of it, but every time I use it, or almost any product I use on myself, I definitely put CBD in. So this is the CBD oil. Now, yes, this is just from my own my own information, so that's why it's written so beautifully. But this is a lifter and a silver haze CBD oil. Both of those strains of CBD are a sativa. So the next batch I make is going to be with an indica. I don't know if there's going to be a huge difference in the properties it has on the skin, but I know if you use it internally, indica, just like with any cannabis product, is a more relaxing product, and sativa product is a more energizing product. But they all have the same anti-inflammatory type properties. So basically, like I said, all I do is I heat everything up to a liquid form. When it starts to cool, that's when I add my oils so they don't break down in the heat. And so far it works pretty good. I think the only thing I would do on mine is add more ginger oil to it because I like a lot of heat, but some people don't like a really burning heat in their properties. So here is what I use, and that's basically how it looks. And it's kind of like that. And you only need a little tiny, tiny bit. And I just kind of smear it all over my whole entire knee. And it's just like if you were to use like a Bengay, And if you use Bengay, the more you rub it in, the hotter it gets. This is basically the same, but when you use any topical for soreness or whatever, really give it a good massage in there, because that is what is going to stimulate your blood and help the skin to penetrate the goodness of all the essential oils. And of course, the coconut oil is very, very good for your skin. It's also an antibacterial. So if somehow a flu germ got on there, maybe, that'll help with that. But it also, of course, is very emollient and a very good softener of the skin. Now, because arthritis is a joint, I always rub some in the back. Now, I think a lot of people that have osteoarthritis will probably tell you that a lot of times they get this. It almost looks like a big tumor or something in the back of their legs, and it's a Baker's cyst. And basically what's happening is when you have osteoarthritis in your knees for whatever reason, and people always say, "Ooh, that's an old people thing," but my doctor is like in her 30s and she has it, and a lot of times it's due to a lot of physical activity. So if you're young and you do a lot of track and you do a lot of skiing or, skateboarding or mountain boarding here, especially in the Northeast, it takes a lot of wear and tear on your joints, and it slowly breaks down the cartilage between the ball and the socket until, as you get past your 30s into your 40s, there's hardly anything left in there. So what the doctors will do for you is they'll put a cortisone shot. They usually stick it in like right around here, and it goes in between the ball and the socket, and it provides a lubricant in there that's supposed to mimic your natural cartilage. So once you can no longer use the cortisone lanacane shot, there's another shot, except for this one is painful, because I believe, I'm not a doctor, but the way my doctor tells me is that it's a thicker substance, so it has to go in slower, and you could feel it going in there. I mean, I could feel just like the cortisone and the lanacane going in there, and it's painful. If you hate shots and you have to watch it, you're going to pass out. But if you feel like you're going to pass out, just tell your doctor. They'll have you all set up so you could pass out. You wake up and it's all over with. The last resort after that is knee replacement surgery. So when I went 3 years ago, they told me I should start looking into knee replacement surgery. But I could honestly tell you that with cortisone, lanacane shots, and CBD therapy, so far, it has been working for me pretty good. I don't have to take any over-the-counter pain relievers. Very rarely, maybe 2 or 3 times a year, it's just out of control, and then I'll have to do it, but that's usually my own fault. Like if I go hiking, steep inclines and stuff like that, or even like walking with a lot of like sticks and then sand and loose soils and stuff like that. Stuff like that. Tripping in holes. I live in a lot of property. I'm always stepping in holes and shit everywhere. That kind of thing. But I'm telling you, this works pretty good. So if you're interested in this, you could just make your own. It's just, like I said, coconut oil, like a quarter cup of coconut oil, 10 drops of frankincense, 10 drops of myrrh, and then like as much ginger as you want, because that's going to provide the heat. Now for this one, I put in like 7 drops, but honestly, I think next time I'll put in like 15. And of course, I have a bunch of CBD oil. If you don't have CBD oil, you don't need it. Or if you use CBD oil internally, you could use it. But CBD oil, when you buy it retail, is so freaking expensive. I mean, you get a little bottle, probably about, I don't know what, this big, and it'll pop you like, for 500 milligrams, it'll probably pop you like 45, 50 bucks. The higher the milligrams, the more it is. If you go up to 3,000 milligrams, that's going to cost you like $75. So I don't know if you're going to want to, I don't want to say waste it because it's beneficial, but shit, that's up to you. Or you could just order it from me, and I could send it out to you. But when I send it out, it will be in a tin, which of course I don't have it, but it's like a 1.5 ounce tin, and it's flatter and it's metal, but it's the exact same salve, and you could either have it with CBD or without. And if you want, I could drop a couple of drops of like chamomile in there so you have more for skin health. I mean, I don't know if some people's skin is really, really bad and really, really dry, and if they want some extra emollient or skin soothing properties, I could throw in some chamomile for you. So anyways, if you're interested, you could hit me up, or you could just make your own, and it works really, really good. I hope it works for you.